Hello and welcome to the Easily Excitable Podcast. My name is Topham and this week I'm alone and I'm going to be talking about Diablo 3. Given the amount of hours that I've put into Diablo 3 and how much fun I have with the game, I'd probably put it as one of my favourite 5 games of all time. Why would I do that? Well, the game itself has a 5-act story which tells the tale of how the Nephilim were thought to have been missing for a long, long time, and how they seem to have resurfaced in the world in the player character. As you go through the story, you level up. As you level up, you get more abilities, skills, passive abilities, and you get more gear. There are 7 character classes: the Necromancer, Monk, Barbarian, Crusader, Wizard, Demon Hunter, and Witch Doctor, all of which have their own playstyle, which is very interesting and unique to each character class. There are a whole host of different things about the game that I like. There are 18 difficulty levels, which sounds absolutely ludicrous. You start off with normal, then hard, then master, then hard, then expert, then master, then you start getting to the torments. And there are 13 torment levels. Maybe there are 19 different difficulty levels. You get more rewards for doing stuff at higher levels in the game, or harder difficulties. And there's a level cap of 70. Once you hit that, you then start leveling a Paragon system, which is essentially an extended leveling system where you can start putting points into specific statistics that you want to hit. A cap of 50 for most of them, and then you're primary skills you can keep plugging points into. There are hundreds of different items in the game to hunt down, and there are weapons that are legendary, and then you have legendary items that are part of a set. The legendary weapons tend to have an effect that is specific to them, that increases either your resistance to damage or the power of an attack, or they do some other fun things. Then you have set items, and when worn in combination with other set items, you get the legendary set effect, which typically gives you a massive buff to your attack and your defense. As well as increasing, I don't know what I'm trying to say, but it kind of also gives you other effects that are going to be beneficial to your playstyle. They'll also dictate how you kind of play a character class. There's been introductions in the game recently to introduce a seasonal mode, although this is only on console. On PC it's been there for I don't know how many years. Most of the time it's been around, I reckon, considering I run season 14 and PC only started with console only started with season 11. So once you complete the main story, you then go into an adventure mode where you can play through any of the bits that you want in any of the areas that there are in the game. And there are bounties to do. You have a set of 5 to complete in each area. They change every time you load up the game. Then you have other things called rifts, which spawn a random tile set and a random set of enemies to go on that tile set, so that you can slowly work your way through them, or quickly work your way through them, depending on how difficult you're playing and how well your character is geared. And then there are greater rifts, which increase in difficulty as you go up the levels, that aren't strictly tied to the levels of difficulty that are in the game. They have kind of their own independent scaling and approximations to the different levels of difficulty there are in the game. As you get higher up the greater rift difficulty, you have the ability to get more drops, and once you hit rank 70, you can get the chance for legendary items to drop as primal, which are kind of perfect rolls of your weapons or armor. So the rolls have random stats associated with each of the items. You want to try and optimize those so that your build is cohesive and altogether works well. So when you're getting random stats on these items, you'd be looking for ones that benefit you, and you'd use a synergistic build of all of the items combined to try and push to the highest possible difficulty that you can achieve. There's predominantly a utilization of 2 or 3 main skills on the set item builds and with specific legendaries that you'd be hunting. And the fact that it's like random drops and you've got all these things to work towards makes it something that I keep going back to and being like, yes, I enjoy this. I have a lot of fun playing this game. It's great and it works well in multiplayer as well. Me and Rachel play it a lot. It's probably the game we've played together the most. I don't think there's any question. Oh no, maybe Minecraft we've played as much. But Diablo at the moment is the current game, especially with the seasons. We're trying out different character classes. Currently I'm playing a Crusader. The footage that is going alongside this is going to be of me probably trying Greater Rift 57, which is midway between the top 2 difficulties that are in the game at the moment. All in all, I enjoy playing Diablo 3. There's always things to hunt and do, especially when the season's up. The seasons drop for about 2 weeks while they reset progress, and then you migrate over to a new season. Once the season starts, they give you a bunch of objectives to try and accomplish, and then there's conquests tied in that are like hard objectives that can that it's something to aim towards completing. This season, the ones I'm targeting are completing a level 75 solo Greater Rift, leveling legendary gems up to level 65, and the other one is completing a level 55 solo Greater Rift, with the full set bonuses of 6 different set items. Now, there's only 4 sets in per character class, so I'm going to have to add on a second character class. I'm playing a Crusader at the moment with a Condemned build, using the Akan armor and Akarat's Champion. That's really quite detailed, but that's what's been going on in the video. Yeah, I like Diablo 3. It's a great game. It's fun. I think everyone should at least try it out. At this point in its life, we're kind of waiting for Diablo 4, but, you know, we'll see what happens. And I'm still having fun playing Diablo 3. And it's been out for 6 years. So, cool. Thank you everyone for listening. Have an exciting day. You're all my favourites. Find me on the internet at DestroyTopMyAlpha. Goodbye.